Hey guys, it's Danny here with Let It Rip Tater Chip Channel. And today we're having a discussion video about female vocalists. And I have my wife Lisa here with me. And she will be starting off this video with the discussion that we're about to have.
So this is an interesting topic for me. And probably doesn't go the way you think how I would feel about this. But I will lay out my opinions and see what you all think. So I wouldn't call myself a feminist by any means, but I have always been pro-women. I work in an all-women environment, and I've always thought, women can do what men do. There's no reason why we can't. We should be empowered that way. However, when it comes to female vocalist in metal, I have some strong opinions about it. I'm not the biggest fan, not gonna lie. So I'm very picky with metal vocalists anyway. I like a certain style, really low, guttural kind of vocals. So with most females, you don't really get that a whole lot. It's more of a higher pitched kind of scream, I don't know, whatever you'd call it. And a lot of it's more in that higher range. And it doesn't sit well with me. I just don't like it. I don't know.
But you got female vocalists like, I believe Wall of Jericho. They've been around for a little bit, but I don't think they've put out anything new. They had a female vocalist that would growl. Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, is in a heavy metal band, and she growls. You got thrash metal bands like Nervosa, which is all female, drums, guitar, bass, and singing, and she growls. I don't know. I know you like a little bit of Nervosa. I know, what's that one band that you really like?
So there's a handful of female vocalists that I do enjoy. Not very many, but there's a few out there. So the band Abnormality, I believe they're out of Massachusetts, or Maryland maybe. And I believe the chick's name is Michaela, something like that. The first time I heard this band, I did not realize it was a female on vocals. Until I looked into it, and I was like, holy shit, like, her vocals are so brutal, you would never know. So that's one case where I do like a female.
And you've gotten into Nervosa a little bit,
a little bit, still not
much. I don't think you just like the higher growling, but
I could take it or leave it, honestly. And there's only a few others. The band Draconian, they're kind of like a melodic metal band, and they do the thing where they have like growling vocals from male, but then they have female vocals on top of it too, kind of like ethereal singing, and that I do enjoy.
You also do enjoy Flesh God Apocalypse. They have a female opera singer that goes on tour with them and also sings on their albums, and those parts are really amazing too. But that's more of an art, it's all art form, but even opera is like more of an art form, because of the way they have to sing.
And I look at that slightly different. She's not the lead vocalist in the band, she's just kind of like the icing on the top.
What about like, so in general you just don't like, I know for pretty much all music you really don't like singers in general. As in the title of singer, meaning that they have a singing voice, not so much a vocalist where they have a growling voice or screaming voice.
When it comes to heavier music, yeah, you could say that. Again, there's a few bands that I do enjoy that have singing.
I know you do like the 60s and 70s music, and
when it comes to classic rock, I enjoy that.
But it's just for some reason she fucking skipped over the 80s heavy metal era where it was like the biggest of everything, and she just skipped right over that and went to like the 90s era where all these death and thrashier and black metal bands started coming out, and it's just like you missed a whole generation of like good artists.
It's because I don't like that music as much. It's not that I skipped it. I just don't like it as much.
But then you
Plain
got
and simple.
for female vocalists, they are a whole lot of talent. Like the Wilson sisters from Heart, the female singer, she's her pipes on her today are still as good as they were back in the 70s.
Yeah, but I look at this as more rock. I mean, yes, they're good, but
And
they're not trying to like growl to some metal or anything.
and then you got like chicks from Lacuna Coil. She's very talented.
Was that who we saw live not too long ago?
Yes.
Not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Well, but you got other hard rock acts that.
Now, like I said, there is a couple, and like Chelsea Wolfe, she is one of my favorites. You may not necessarily classify all her music as metal per se, but it's kind of in the like doom gloom genre. And I absolutely love her. She's one of my favorites. So there is those few exceptions, but for the most part, no. So like Lizzie Hale, I know how much you love her, and I can't stand her and her music. Ugh.
The music's good. The vocals are good. She's pretty hot. She's hot. Anyway, but she's got tunes that are really, really heavy, and then she's got tunes that she sings like an angel. I mean, but she's got a wide range for her vocal technique. For she can sing high, and she doesn't do growls or anything, of course, but she can do like a raspy kind of like a Janis Joplin kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so she's able to have that talent. I love that. I think I just grew up on 80s heavy metal where I encapitalized singers and kind of pushed away the growlers, because really the heaviest I did get in my youth was Pantera. But in the 90s, Phil was a singer, getting off topic with female singers, but Phil was a singer, but he could also do heavier vocals. And that was like my threshold. And so with these female singers that, from like Janis Joplin to Heart to Lita Ford, Pat Benatar, Fleetwood Mac.
See, now you're getting to other genres, which I'm not including that into this, but I still, again, not my favorite.
Well, do you like singers as in Janis Joplin, the Wilson sisters, Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks? Do you like those? Or are you just...
I mean, when it comes to the more, like, classic rock stuff, Fleetwood Mac, I mean, I'm probably necessarily not, but, again, that's a whole different thing.
So you're more against, let's just say, having a thrash metal band, death metal band, black metal band that actually has a female vocalist that sings.
It's not that I'm against it, it's not my favorite.
Because I take it all. I like it all.
Which I know you do.
Like one of my favorite bands that recently has started getting some foothold is Nervosa, all female thrash metal band from Brazil, all amazing women. We met them on a cruise, and they were very, very genuine, very nice. And then right after that, we met Christian, which they were very nice gentlemen. Not have to deal with females, but still, Brazil, good for you. But they were all the ladies. They have these nice sweet voices, and then when you see them on stage or hear them on albums, they just got like this, like, whoa, that's a girl, And I know that you like that with bands like Nervosa and what's the other band that's from Massachusetts or Maryland or whatever.
Abnormality.
Abnormality. If you heard them for the first time, like Nervosa or abnormality, you wouldn't even know that
But
it
see, I
was
feel like Verbosa, you can tell though, and that's where it's different from like the chick from Abnormality. Like,
But
you can't tell.
I feel like Fernanda from Nervosa, the bassist and vocalist, I feel as if she sounds kind of like the singer from Exodus and the singer from Havoc.
I mean,
She's
yeah,
got
yeah,
that like
slightly.
kind of like raspy high voice that they have.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of like put them at.
But see, that's where I don't care for those kind of vocals most of the time.
But you like
too.
Havoc,
Yes. But...
really. But to be honest, I like it all. There are female singers that I don't care for. You know, we actually recently did lose a very, very phenomenal icon in our female artist, Miss Aretha Franklin. She did pass away not too long ago, a couple days ago. And again, amazing female singer. And I feel as everyone needs to have their individuality and be able to pursue their music and art the way they should. Not saying that you are discounting that or anything, but I feel like you should probably give it a chance instead of just like, I hear it, it sounds like shit, I'm done with it.
It's just my opinion. It's what I like. Like I said, I'm very picky on vocals, so when it comes to my metal music, I like what I like.
She likes it heavy.
I do.
I mean, even in general, you don't really listen to vocals too much. You more focus on the guitar, and it's more like you focus on guitar, drums, bass, and then vocals.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last on my list of what I really listen to.
But there are many, many, many female vocalists out there that are very, very talented. We are not discounting their talent. We're not discounting their art. We are basing our opinions on our own likes and dislikes of music. So, for instance, I love 80s heavy metal. She does not. Does she love bands that have come from the 80s? Yeah, she likes Metallica, Slayer, a little bit of Megadeth. Band Accept, again getting off the bands of female singers, but it's again what her tastes are and what my tastes are. It's our individuality that we are having. I am allowed to have the opinion that I love Lizzie Hale and her voice. She is allowed
To completely disagree about all of that.
and then give me shit every day about wanting, to play with Lizzie Hale. Anyway, but, that's the wonderful, beautiful thing about music. No one has to agree with your opinion, and no one has to, and the other person can have their own opinion, obviously, because as much as we are in common with all music and all aspects of life, we do have disagreements. We do have arguments. Not, yelling matches or anything like that, but we do have those moments of like, this person sucks, change the fucking station or whatever. Like, no, I want to listen to this, and it makes me happy, and
You gotta deal with it.
and,
That's what he tells me.
and vice versa, but there's songs where I change on the station where she gives me so much shit about, and there's songs on the station that she changes that I give her stuff about. But that's where our opinions come from. That's where mostly this discussion video is going, because I am for all female vocalists, whether they are singers, growlers, screamers, and she just has her own little niche. Probably, again, a handful, like she said, of female vocalists and or growlers that she likes. But with that said, guys, down below in the comments, give us your favorite female vocalists in the rock metal genre. And guys, remember to please ring that bell down below, because
It notifies you when we upload a video.
of course, and always leave comments, remarks, subscribe. Please give us video ideas. We do love talking to you guys. It's awesome viewing with you, and always remember, let her rip.
Tater chip.